Well, I have to say, I was disappointed that I couldn't do this video better than. I don't know, I was planning for this video to be better than it will probably turn out. I don't know if it's going to turn out good or bad, but I was planning to actually watch the video, but can't do that anymore. So yeah, it's just going to be me panning through random GIFs of them all just fighting and stabbing. Okay. It's all done. One slideshow. Anyway, so I'm going to be talking about the episode 4 fight. Because... Okay, one thing, which I almost feel like would be a fun, just like, game or something, is finding the most prequel-y... I would say, like, finding the most prequel-y movie out of the original movies. Maybe finding, like, the most original movie out of the prequels. It's just, like, debating with someone which one. For me, episode 5 definitely could never be considered a prequel, and episode 4 and 6 are sort of... I'm not really sure myself. Oh well. But no, I'm going to be talking about this lightsaber fight between Mr. Darth Vader and Old Ben. I mean, he's technically called Obi-Wan Kenobi, but I'm reserving that for the prequels. So, yeah. And there's 3 main things, which I think every lightsaber fight should at least do one of. Preferably, all of. And I forgot them. I guess every lightsaber fight's great, then. It's all special and unique in its own way. No. It's the action. It actually sort of goes back to my, I haven't posted that yet, darn. There's a comparison I could make with one of the videos for Darkside Opinions I've already recorded. Okay, so there's 2 main things. Action and the emotion. Or character interaction. Doesn't really matter. Anyway, so first let's look at this thing action-wise. No. Like, I mean, these are all sped up, which makes it somewhat interesting. Yet again, not great. But it just ends up being... This is actually one of the more interesting parts, because they're actually going at each other. A lot of the time, they just have their blades drawn forward in front of themselves, and they occasionally just hack really hard at each other. There isn't really any speed to it. They just sort of slowly attack each other. It's not even sort of like a considering attack, though, because some people think this is like, oh, it's how lightsaber fights should be. Eloquent fencing match. Yes, because every fencing match has a random twirl in it. Yet again, it's sped up, which makes it look slightly less ridiculous, but just watch the fight again, because the fight in movie, I mean, that spin in movies, just like, how, why? Because there's no point to it. I'm not even sure how he, wait a second, he spins, but he twirls all the way around to hit the lightsaber blade of Darth Vader right where he just blocked it. I'm pretty sure, okay. No, it doesn't, but still, right in front of him. That attack is right in front of him. At least in the prequels, they do it fast. So that you can sort of get away with all their spins and twirls. And sure, he only does this once, but yet again, I couldn't find a gif of it, or not, however these things are pronounced. But when Luke sort of like runs out, and well, everyone, all the good guys basically run out, and Obi-Wan just like looks over and stares at them for a while, and Vader just doesn't do anything. He just sort of stares, he doesn't do anything. I mean, sure, they have Jedi senses, so we could probably tell that you're hitting him, but you could, that didn't stop you from trying to hit him any other time. Yeah. There's also emotional interaction. No one cares. And this is because normally the fights in the originals were not spectacular in terms of like choreography and stuff, but the talk is just them quipping at each other, and sometimes they have like some talk of the past, which is cool if you've seen the prequel. I mean, I'm sure it's cool if when the prequels weren't out yet, if you didn't see them. It adds this sort of air of mystery, but it's never explored. It's just like, I was once the learner, now I am the master. And then they just continue quipping from there. There isn't like any like emotional thing. There's a bit of tension, but not even much of that, and we don't really know why. Actually, I'm just realizing that we never learn like why they have such a tension between each other. And you could sort of assume, but I don't know. I just don't find it It's way more interesting after the greatness that was the episode 3 fight between them. If only it wasn't interlaced with the Yoda. Yoda Palpatine fight isn't terrible, it's just not that one. Is this video pretty pointless? Yes. Do I have really any reason to do this video? No. But I promised an episode 4 thing in the previous one, so I wanted to talk about this. I feel like I'm gonna end the videos. It's just rewatch it again. It's on YouTube. It gets better though. Yeah, the next video is gonna be hopefully more interesting than this one.